Air signs, this seems to be the week that you've been waiting for, where everything changes. So it's been a hard road for you, it seems, but you are entering a time of celebration, of joy, and of just happiness and stability. Now, it seems like you have started on a journey that is going to be a fast track, smooth sailing, full steam ahead, all those cliches. What is that cat doing in the background? Sammy. Yeah, so you won't have anything holding you back. You've kind of got a smooth passage forward, making progress in your life. In fact, you are going to wake up in a whole new world, it seems. You are down the rabbit hole in this wondrous new existence, leaving past issues behind. And it'll be full of joy, indulgence, happiness, sweet times. It says smooth again, so it just feels like smooth sailing. It's going to really elevate your mood. So I'm going to pull some more cards on this. Let's see what the universe wants you to know. Well, you have got my backpacker card. This is you excitedly, enthusiastically going out into new territory, maybe without even much of a plan, but you are really excited to see what is over the horizon, and you are stirred by the feeling of renewed vigor, renewed energy. And it's just the start, but you're really excited to go on this journey. And it may be now that you've stopped looking back at the past with rose-tinted glasses, that you are you have a lot less allegiance to some past situation that you might have been stuck in past a use-by date, whether that's an old job or a relationship that you clung onto for a while, and you realized that you were kind of living off past glory rather than present reality. But you are no longer doing that. You're prepared to start something fresh. And we got the Nine of Cups out in reverse. Now, this is usually, when it's in the upright, this is sort of feeling very contented within yourself and very self-contained as a single person. So whether this now means that you are forming a new relationship and no longer kind of just being in your own bubble, or whether this is the end of a wish, the end of a particular dream that you had. And that could be what it is for most of you, but I'm just telling you both ways. This could be, a new relationship, or it could be just letting go of old loyalties or wishes that didn't pan out or have reached their natural conclusion, and you are prepared now to move forward for stability, not hang around in a situation and hope that things get better. What else do you need to know here? Yeah, it seems like you are experiencing either actively because you are precipitating this action, or things around you, circumstances shift in quite a dramatic way maybe. Things crumble that have outworn their usefulness. They've sort of outstayed their welcome in your life. So that is freeing you up to move forward at high speed into a completely new circumstance. This says change, this says progress, forward movement. This says collapse, or just things that weren't supposed to stay in your life just start crumbling around you. So it's either you pulling the pin on something, or circumstances like redundancy, pushing you out of the nest. Either way, there is real progress here, and there is good stuff ahead for you. Abundance, ease. So let's see what the universe wants you to know in terms of making the most of this situation. It may not feel easy now, but there is good stuff ahead. So what does the universe want to tell you? You are manifesting your best life, and you are doing it in spite of some little niggles or fears you may have. Once you sort of get over these fears, that's when you can call in all this good stuff, and maybe you have addressed your fears head on, and that's why there seems to be so much movement here. Look at this, the energy is gaining momentum, so things are speeding up for you. Right now. That is very clear. We've got a lot of movement indicated here, maybe even overseas travel or a complete change of scene. There is, a crumbling that frees you up. It may be a bit shocking. It may be a bit unnerving, but it is for your benefit. And it is going to be very healing for you. You got the Healing Earth card, and you have the power to give and receive healing. This is what this is saying. But to me, this is about putting yourself first. It is about having faith in your own future, your faith in yourself, and it's going to be rewarded by moving you into a new area that is going to be very healing for you. It's going to be full of ease and grace, and it's just going to fill your cup. So that seems to be very promising right now after a long stretch of weekly readings for air signs that have been about pain and about sort of struggle. So this is when the energy turns for you, and you should start to see great progress forward. Now on to our next topic. This week's topic for all signs is self-understanding, self-knowledge, and it seems to be about some agitation or energy, maybe even disputes with 9th house energy. That's Sagittarian energy, that is international travel, it is your philosophies on life. And Sagittarius can be a bit of a preacher, like really putting forth their beliefs as the one truth. That's why it relates to religion, the only truth, without really being curious about other people's points of view. They believe they have all the answers and they're going to broadcast them. So that might be the flavor of something that is causing you a bit of an issue in your life, but it is also a bit of a door to your self-understanding. If something is pushing your buttons, that is your cue to go, why is this getting to me, and what does it mean for me, and are my boundaries lacking? Do I need to make some changes in my life, or do I need to accept that other people are other people and they're allowed their own beliefs, tolerance, that sort of thing? So one of the cards that came out was committed love. So if this is not romance for you, then it's a commitment of some sort. So it doesn't have to be love, but there's something here where something seems unfair, and the other person may not be acting with the utmost integrity or from their best self. They might be not very well, they might be in pain, they might not be there, what you know them to be on a good day. So there is some sort of issue that you may be grappling with that is going to lead to self-understanding. So let's just have a look here. Deck's upside down. Let's have a look here and just see what the universe wants you to know in terms of your self-understanding in dealing with this conflict. Now, it could be global conflict that you're worrying about. So on a grand global scale, you could be worried about the future, the global unrest. So what does the universe want you to know? Well, the 7 of Pentacles in reverse is the card of thinking you are not making progress, but actually you are. Things might come to a bit of a head a lot more quickly than you expect. This might be to do with your livelihood and your job, or just your sense of personal security. So things should start to pick up for you. You should be in a time of peaceful repair about something that's going on here, and there could be a fresh start looming that is going to have you feeling emotionally rejuvenated. And the Queen of Pentacles came out in reverse. I'm getting to take it in the upright. So this is somebody who's very secure, who is, sitting pretty, as it were. So there might be all these fears about the fact that you're not making any progress that's visible or tangible, or you're feeling insecure, but there is big security coming in for you. So let's look at what that is about, because part of it seems to be detachment from worries, isolating yourself from some situation that's causing you grief or trouble or annoyance, taking a break, and just getting some peace. That seems to be either something that you could seek out, or it might just happen naturally for you. But there seems to be a little run here of taking a breather, taking some distance. This could be meditating. It could be just finding your center, tuning out all the static from the world or from a particular turmoil that is bothering you. And that is going to lead to this emotional rejuvenation, and that is going to lead to your security. I want to grab a couple more cards here. Yeah, I'm hearing, what can you do to bring more peace to your situation? Just tuning in, trusting your inner self. If you are worried about something, it really won't come to anything. So this is really about dispelling your fears. Positive thinking, as trite as that sounds, it can help. In fact, one of my tricks is to imagine the situation resolving and being resolved and the issue is gone. And if you can hold that vibration, things shift in other people, in other circumstances. And at the very least, you'll feel better, let's face it. Now, it's a time to give rather than receive. So maybe if there is a way you can focus on being of service to others, that is a good move here. When you're caught up in your own self, that's when problems seem to magnify. Remembering this is about self-understanding. So if you can find a way to detach from your own concerns and broaden out with empathy to people less fortunate than you, or seeing other people's points of view and holding space for them, which is to say not trying to argue with them, listening and hearing and kind of understanding. Most people are motivated by what they see as logic. And here we are, the finishing card. This is your key to self-understanding right now, is to tame your bolshy instincts, to kick out, to run, to do things, to fight. It is taming your fears, the ones that tell you you're under threat. It's sort of an inner game here. So this is self-understanding. Anything you can do to rein in your fears and calm yourself down is the way. Calming yourself down is the way to a fresh emotional start that is going to lead, whether you're masculine or feminine, to this sense of security and satisfaction and financial abundance. So I hope that helps you, my darlings. If you'd like your own personal reading, go to my website, abundancelovejoy.com. But meanwhile, this is Sarah wishing you much abundance, love, and joy.